You're watching KLST Local News First.
Good afternoon and welcome to Concho Valley Live. I'm your host, Victor Glenn. Jill Mitchell is here to give us a new date for the West Texas Boys Ranch Clay Shoot and to let us know how you can help out. Ken Grimm will be with us to talk about the Twin Mountain Tonesmen and their 40th anniversary concert they just had. And Aladdin tops the box office this Memorial Day weekend. We have all your entertainment news and more. Don't go anywhere. Concho Valley Live starts right now. And welcome to Concho Valley Live. I'm here with Jill Mitchell, the Donor Relations Coordinator for West Texas Boys Ranch. Now, y'all's clay shoot got moved because of the severe weather recently, right?
Yes, it did. It did. We focused our efforts that morning on taking care of business there at the ranch, and so luckily we were able to get an upcoming date, June 1st, this coming Saturday, so we're happy about that, and we'll be glad to see everybody out there.
Excellent. So it's going to be a fun time, and it'll be a nice reprieve from all the rushing around trying to make repairs. I was out there and saw some of the damage. It ripped open half the gym. It dropped the carport on one of the dorm buildings, but there were no injuries. No injuries. It's pretty amazing, and I think so throughout the Concho Valley. That, you know, I know there were a few injuries, but no deaths, and when you see some of the devastation, I saw a house between Rowena and Ballinger yesterday flattened. I mean, it's pretty amazing that there were no fatalities. It really is. And as far as the Boys Ranch, what's the timeline looking like? I know you're still probably assessing some of the damages. We are. The adjusters were out last week. I think they're waiting on the engineers to come out to really give us an idea about what buildings are viable and which ones are not. The ones that will have to be torn down and rebuilt completely are the ones that can be repaired. And so we're still waiting on that word. Meanwhile, you know, we've gotten the main part of the campus cleaned up with the help from so many people in the community, and we thank everyone for that so much. But as you can imagine, you know, the pastures, there's metal and trees, and our ropes course is demolished, and so there's a lot of cleanup still left to do out in the outlying areas of the ranch, so still working on those things. Are you going to be setting up some community fundraisers to help with those repair and rebuilding efforts? Well, we've got a button set up on our website. If you'd like to give, you can go there. I'm working on getting together a silent auction online so that people from all over can bid, and so that'll be coming pretty soon. And of course, our clay shoot, and we would appreciate, you know, we're taking new shooters. It's coming up this coming Saturday, and so if you'd like to come out and join us, you can go to our website and get signed up there as well. It's going to be a great day. Wonderful food by Cooking for Christ. It's going to be a great meal. We've got some awesome auction items, live auction items there that day. A raffle on a Sig Sauer 1911 and 2 other gun boards. So there's lots of ways you can give. And if you're not a shooter and you want to just come eat lunch and join in on the fun, you're more than welcome to do so. And how long has West Texas Boys Ranch been putting on the clay shoot? This is our 14th year. 14th year. And what's your favorite part about making sure that all comes off correctly? I think just seeing the shooters from year to year. A lot of the same people show their support for us in that way, and people that, you know, we only see at the clay shoot each year, so it's always good to see those faces, say hi, thank them for their support, and so it's the people. Nice. Yeah. Do you shoot as well? No. No? No. I'm not a shooter. I pick out the guns. It's funny, I go down to the outdoorsman and I pick out the guns, and I'm like, I don't know anything about them. I just pick them out because they're pretty, so we'll see. But how many people have attended in the past? We've had anywhere from 125 up to 350 shooters in years past. We're right about 100 shooters right now, so there's room for you to come if you'd like to. I know it's a conflict with the SAISD graduations, but hopefully we can get everybody in. We're only having one rotation, check in at 8:30, shooting starts at 9:30. It's $160 per shooter. You can get out there, get the shooting done, have a great lunch, go through the auction, and then maybe hopefully get back to town for graduation parties or anything you need to attend in the afternoon. Right. And so 1 in 10 paid shooters
shooter is automatically entered into a drawing to win a shotgun or a $500 gift card to the Outdoorsman. So there's some good prizes to be had, and it's just a really great day. And we hope that people come out and really support us. We are going to have some costs, as you can imagine. You know, of course we have insurance, but there's always those costs that the insurance does not cover. And so there's going to be, our boys used our gym a lot, and that's a huge thing that we are going to be working to rebuild.
All right. Well, best of luck to them in that, and I hope that the community continues to support the West Texas Boys Ranch. There you can see on your screen the 14th annual West Texas Boys Ranch Sporting Clay Shoot, Saturday, June 1st. That is the first day of June. It's going to be a great way to start off the summer. San Angelo Claybird Association, check in at 8:30 a.m. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about this. And again, thank you also for, keeping the ranch rolling in the midst of the severe weather. And I look forward to talking to you again.
Thanks, Victor. We appreciate you very much.
We'll be right back.
Do you want to be on Concho Valley Live? Then check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/KLST News.
Nothing brings a family together like fun around the backyard pool. Here is your last chance to make that happen, and the price has never been better. For a limited time, Blue World Pools has the big 15 by 24 Econoline pool for not $399, not even $349. If you call now, that pool can be yours for only $299. That price still includes pump, filter, liner, ladder, and a free automatic pool cleaner. All that including free installation on your ready site for just $299. That's a $1,995 value for only $299. That's awesome! Call Blue World Pools now and take advantage of this incredible offer. Want more pizzazz? Of course you do! So jump up to our midline pool or grab for it all with Blue World Pools' top-of-the-line classic pool. The ultimate in high-style living. The choice is yours. But remember, this is your last chance to take advantage of our limited-time offer. The price will never get any better than this. How could it? Call Blue World Pools right now and beat that heat.
It's time to switch to Dish for better TV with SNG Satellite. We're your Dish premier local retailer. Stop in with your TV bill today to compare, save, and experience the best TV technology at the best value. We're your one-stop shop for Dish TV, internet, and custom installs. Deal with a local business with professionals you can trust and talk to a friendly face. Visit SNG Satellite or call us at 325-944-8628. Ask about our current promotions and let us change the way you watch TV.
Kelly Grimsley Kia's 3-day Memorial Sale event. We interrupt this message for a special announcement from Kelly Grimsley Kia. Open Monday, May 27th. Cars as low as $169 a month with no money down. Trucks beginning at $349 a month with no money down. Don't need a payment. Cash SUVs starting at $17,995. Call 1-855-KELLY-KIA now. Click KellyGrimsleyKiaSA.com. 3-day Memorial Sale event at Kelly Grimsley Kia on Arden Road in San Angelo.
Welcome back to Concho Valley Live. I'm here now with Ken Grimm, who is a member of the Twin Mountain Tonesmen, who just had their 40th anniversary concert. Ken, how was it to celebrate the 40th anniversary of an institution?
Yeah, it was amazing. And the Twin Mountain Tonesmen is one of the few chapters in the entire nation that has had 40 consecutive shows in a row. Not very many people can say that. And it was an amazing show. We had so many fun things going on and so many firsts. We had a proposal that went on, and she's grinning behind the camera right now. Our camera operator was proposed to by Mason, who also works here at the station.
He's one of your leads, right?
Yeah, she said yes, and so that was awesome. We had about 500 people in attendance, which is it's a good crowd. Not only was it our 40th anniversary, we had a quartet that had been there. They were celebrating their 30th anniversary. And so they got together, and for the first time in 30 years, they were an award-winning quartet, and so the Jazz Brigade got to be on stage as well.
And one of their founding members is your current director, right?
That is true. Mark Clark is our current director, and he does an amazing job with the guys. Very fun to work with. We had the Newfangled Four as our guest quartet. These guys are all in their 20s. They are on their way to great things. They've already won the collegiate national championships, international championships. They're on their way to becoming national champions. A very fun quartet to watch. And great. And I think this was the first time that we'd actually used confetti cannons.
I saw
as
that.
well.
I was in the audience for that, and it was extraordinarily fun. Y'all had a couple of really neat gags in addition to the amazing singing. You at one point came out there. What was going on there? You looked a little put out.
That was a little improv that we did just at the time. Yeah, I got to push a broom for a little bit. But yeah, we were backstage. He goes, here's a broom, go out on stage and just wing it. And so, well, we did. One thing we would like to do is thank all of the sponsors that bought programs in our program, bought advertisements in our program. That allows us to do all the things that we do during the year. We not only participate in many things. We're singing tonight. We'll be at the All Veterans Council of Tom Green County. They have a wreath laying ceremony at the courthouse at 6 o'clock, and so I'll be going from this to that. And the Goodfellow Air Force Base speaker will be Lieutenant Colonel Klein. We'll be singing the National Anthem, Armed Forces Medley, God Bless America, stuff, and you can come on out. It's open to everybody. We also support the West Texas Rehabilitation Center and Habitat for Humanity in their efforts.
And you go to their regular meetings, right? That's a passion close to your heart, the Habitat for Humanity?
Yes. And right now we've got some challenges there, but we're working through those. But it has not deterred us from the mission for Habitat for Humanity, and that's building houses for people that could not obtain them any other way. And so anyway, it's amazing part to be, everything intertwines. San Angelo is the most giving community per capita than any other city in the nation. That's a verified fact. And one of the reasons that I choose to call this great city home.
I was flipping through your program at the 40th anniversary concert. I noticed some great local businesses. There was one moment, though, where you had the audience sing along, and my date and I flipped through back and forth like, we need lyrics. We don't know the lyrics. And y'all just kept going with it, and it was great.
That's what made it fun, is that you don't know the lyrics. And it's a special one where Mark will ask you to leave out certain words, and it's a lot of fun. And we're planning for next year already.
Excellent.
But we need singers. We're going to have some, Central has just finished theirs. We're going to have some Central singers join us, Central choir singers. But any man that can hold a tune, come on out and have some fun with us. We meet at 729 every Monday night at the First United Methodist Church. We'd love to have you.
Excellent. And speaking of 729 at the First United Methodist Church, you can see there on your screen info. People, go ahead and join in, see if you can sing, or just go and hear some fantastic music. It is a fun time. Thank you so much, Ken, for joining us on Concho Valley Live.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.
Do you want to be on Concho Valley Live? Follow us on Twitter at KLST News.
This is the latest lens replacement implant for cataracts, restoring bright, clear vision. This is the latest dental implant, restoring the ability to chew, laugh, and live. And this is the just-released microchip found in the removable hearing implant, restoring the joys of natural hearing and understanding. This revolutionary chip actually mimics the natural sound selection of the human ear. With multi-core microprocessors, technology used in the most advanced computers, sounds are analyzed and classified each millisecond, controlling noise and making speech clear. Do not wait. Call Livingston Hearing Aid Center now to see if you qualify. Please, get a pencil. 50 people with hearing problems are needed to try this revolutionary product. Qualified participants will try the product risk-free for up to 30 days. An invisible solution to a hearing problem would be wonderful. Finding one with zero daily hassle is too good to pass up. Appointments are limited, so you must call now.
Hi, I'm Mike. MGB wants to be your MVP, most valuable payer. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, and you'll say,
I sold gold, and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
Commercial-grade performance at a residential price. The Kubota Z400 mower delivers on lawns of any size, with speeds up to 10 miles per hour, proven durability, and a cut you can adjust at the turn of a dial. It gets the job done fast and done right. Now through June 30th, you can bring home a new Z400 mower for as low as $102 a month. Just see your local Kubota dealer.
At Meineke Car Care, get up to $15 off the diesel oil change. Get up to 50% off brake pads and shoes. And get up to $100 rebate when you use your Meineke credit card. When you need a mechanic, come to Meineke Car Care on Knickerbocker Road.
Welcome back, everybody. And as it is Memorial Day, in observance of Memorial Day here in San Angelo, Chapter 457 of the Vietnam Veterans of America held a ceremony at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial out by Mathis Field on Knickerbocker. Here's the full story in today's News Connection. "2019 marks the 23rd year that the local chapter of Vietnam Veterans of America has hosted a Memorial Day event in San Angelo.
We're honoring those members of the military who gave everything, that sacrificed their lives for our country. We every year have a memorial service out here to honor these folks.
Organizers say it is important to note that Memorial Day is not about those veterans who came home, but about the ones who did not.
Don't thank the veterans that's walking the street. We don't need thank you on Memorial Day. The thanks goes to those who perished. This is their day, not ours.
This year, the various veterans, families, and supporters who turned up could see 1,000 glistening red flowers around the monument.
This year, we made 1,000 poppies. They're all ceramic poppies. We to honor the 58,000 plus from Vietnam that were perished. We couldn't quite make 58,000, so each poppy represents more than one person.
Poppies are associated with service members who have died during wartime since World War I. Several hundred people attended this year's event by the San Angelo Regional Airport. For News Connection, I'm Victor Glenn. New long-term concerns for teens who use marijuana and how a healthy gut helps your heart. Mark Liverman takes a look at some of today's top health stories.
Heart failure patients who have healthy levels of gut bacteria have a reduced risk of death and are less likely to need a heart transplant. That's according to a new Norwegian study where researchers found patients are getting the good gut bacteria by eating more high-fiber foods and less meat. A University of Michigan study finds the third leading reason for hospital readmission among older adults is a fall-related injury. Researchers say hospitals need to teach fall prevention before discharging any patient over age 65. And Canadian researchers worry increased cannabis use among teenagers could leave them with long-term neurological problems. They found students who used cannabis were more likely to experience impairments in their working memory and self-control. Those are some of today's top health stories. Mark Liverman, CBS News, New York.
To go viral, that's the goal, right? Well, that might not have always been this pup's intentions. A California dog named Popeye has become a well-fed social media sensation, but his story had a very different start.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Look over here.
Cheese. As photo shoots go, this one is especially delicious.
Here we go.
Sessions like this are a weekly ritual for Popeye the foodie. The 6-year-old pup is a bona fide Instagram star, boasting a following more than 360,000 strong.
Your favorite.
An unexpected career for a dog whose life wasn't always so plush.
He was super filthy. I mean, he smelled really bad.
That's how Ivy Dip and Nick So found Popeye about 5 years ago, abandoned on the streets of L.A., homeless and hungry. The couple took the dog in, cleaned him up, and began taking him everywhere they went.
This guy loved going out.
Including every pet-friendly restaurant they could find.
And that's when we realized that he's so well behaved around food that I can start taking pictures of food with him, and that's how his Instagram started.
That social media page now displays hundreds of photos of Popeye posing with all sorts of delectable dishes. His online spread making him so famous, he's recognized all around town.
Can I say hi? Doggy Emperor.
As for what the dog actually gets to eat himself,
if there's anything safe for him, we'll get him bits and pieces of it, and we always have his treats, and that's how we get his attention.
Okay.
It's Popeye, though, who's capturing the attention of fans around the globe. The furry online star living proof that every dog has its day. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Pasadena, California.
At Baptist Retirement Community, we have committed ourselves to serving Concho Valley seniors and their families since 1951. We're a continuing care retirement community that provides a maintenance-free way of life, many amenities, life-enriching activities, and a peace of mind. Baptist Retirement Community offers several living options for seniors 62 and older. So come by and see how good life can be.
We can go where the rivers connect us. We can go where the current takes us. Always the hottest, coolest time. Let's go to Schlitterbahn. Every time we go, we have the best time. Splashing, laying in the sunshine. Surf and slide and laugh and play. We can stay here all day. We can go where the rivers connect us. We can go where the current.
Schlitterbahn Water Parks. Get discounted tickets at Schlitterbahn.com.
Let's go to Schlitterbahn.
Memorial Day is fast approaching, and at Trend Furniture, we're having one of our biggest Memorial Day events ever. With 5 years, no interest, and free delivery in town with free disposal of your furniture. During this Memorial Day event, you can have instant gratification with everything in stock and ready to go. With sales on sofas, some of the most comfortable recliners we've ever had, dinettes, bedroom suites, mattresses, it's all on sale with 5 years, no interest. Come to Trend Furniture during our Memorial Day event. Trend Furniture across from Sunset Mall, 4002 Wellington.
Today's lesson is on solar electric energy. The average annual electricity consumption is 10,000 kilowatt hours per household. That can be offset with a 6 kilowatt solar system. Because of the rising cost of electricity and increasing demand, the electric companies have incentive programs to pay for some of the installation costs. With the 30% federal tax credit, it can pay for itself back in as little as 7 years. Call us today for a free on-site survey or go on our website to use our solar calculator to get your system size and cost to make your home a powerhouse.
A new story is being shared in a documentary, and Aladdin flies into the top spot of the Memorial Day weekend box office. Nichelle Medina has your entertainment news.
Unseen footage from Elton John's legendary 1975 Dodger Stadium show has been unveiled to coincide with the release of the Rocket Man biopic soundtrack. The video uploaded on John's YouTube shows the star performing his hits in front of thousands. It even features an onstage appearance by U.S. tennis icon Billie Jean King. Rocket Man lands in the U.S. May 31st.
I thought a princess could go anywhere.
Not this princess.
Do you trust me?
Disney's Aladdin topped the long Memorial Day box office, officially kicking off the summer movie season. The live-action feature is based on the studio's iconic 1992 animated film.
No time.
Will Smith stars as a genie, a role voiced by the late Robin Williams in the original version.
In the early 80s, people did not talk about sexuality.
And an upcoming documentary, Ask Dr. Ruth, chronicles the life of 90-year-old Dr. Ruth Westheimer, a Holocaust survivor who became America's most famous sex therapist. Ask Dr. Ruth is now in limited release in theaters and premieres on Hulu June 1st. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Nichelle Medina, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And as you just saw, Aladdin topped the box office this weekend, and it's not just the looks that changed. Part of bringing Aladdin to life as a live-action movie included reimagining the original music. Rick DeMigella gives us a listen to the sounds of Aladdin.
Prince Ali, fabulous, he, Ali Ababa.
You likely know the songs by heart, but the live-action adaptation of Aladdin puts a new spin on those classics.
Now try your best to stay calm. Brush up your Friday salon.
Alan Menken composed the animated Aladdin.
I have two jobs. One is I'm keeper of the flame of the original. I got to protect that. And the other is I'm a part of a new team that's going to do something new, and I got to be a part of that. Truly and wholeheartedly.
He recognizes the importance of the original songs to the listener.
I am aware that a little bit of any of these songs is very powerful for people. So you know things you don't want to mess with. But also you make it fresh and with a whole new world rather than playing. We're doing. I can show you the world, and it's just, oh my God. So the right rearrangement could be so huge in something feeling fresh.
And the something new, Jasmine's song Speechless, performed by Naomi Scott.
I won't be silent. You can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
A teenager's hard work has paid off big time as her choice of college has landed her in the history books. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
A standout student in Atlanta, Georgia just made history. 14-year-old Sydney Wilson is the youngest student ever to be accepted into Spelman College. Wilson says she was teased when she started taking high school classes at age 10. Her hard work paid off, though, when Spelman officials notified her dad of her acceptance.
I was screaming, I was crying.
Wilson says she wants to work with animals and plans on being a biology major. From a kid that clearly needs very little help to a kid that needed a little help. Washington emergency crews had to rescue a 9-year-old boy that got stuck in an 80-foot tree. The boy climbed up about 55 feet but couldn't get down, so he yelled for help. Rescue crews came out and connected him to a safety harness. As soon as his feet touched the ground, he ran straight to Mom. And finally, watch some young athletes lose their minds when President Obama drops by for a visit. The surprise appearance took place at the Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy, which uses sports to foster development of kids in D.C. The excitement was understandable. It's not every day you see a president play baseball and football. The visit supports the Obama's Let's Move initiative aimed at fighting childhood obesity. Before leaving, Obama encouraged the kids to stay active.
You guys work hard in school, listen to your coaches. You guys are going to do great things.
Take a look at this. I'm Jeremy Roth.
You need to be informed to plan your financial future. KLST's Making Sense segment gives you the opportunity to learn from a qualified financial advisor. Every Wednesday at noon, Scott Fanatico will be here answering all of your financial questions. Brought to you by the Financial Services Center and KLST.
Daniel and I have a combined 24 years of military service, and we've moved 9 times.
So we were thrilled when HEB partnered with Operation Finally Home to build us an ultra-accessible, mortgage-free home for our family.
HEB has helped so many veteran families, so they really knew the things that we needed, like drawers instead of cabinets and wider hallways.
HEB didn't just give us a house. They gave me back my independence.
Now Texas is our home base for good.
This is the Helping Heroes department at HEB. No store does more than my HEB.
Hi, I'm Mike. MGB wants to be your MVP, most valuable payer. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, and you'll say,
I sold gold, and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
There's always an easier way to do anything. A faster route from here to there. A shortcut to the top.
And what fun is that?
For those committed to doing things the hard way, this is your mattress. The Athlete's Choice Collection with B-Fit technology from Denver Mattress. Engineered for optimal rest, recovery, and performance.
All right, so for more information on the West Texas Boys Ranch Clay Shoot, go to Concho Valley Homepage. Same for Twin Mountain Tonesmen. Thanks for tuning in on Memorial Day. I hope everyone has a safe Memorial Day as they begin summer. And I'm Victor Glenn with Concho Valley Live.
Closed captioning for the hearing impaired is sponsored by the Law Office of Rick DeHoyas.